Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor J-Man.
Don't like this still. No.
I mean, that's what the kids are calling me. I mean,
no,
I don't know.
What kids?
I don't know who
I'm
started
the
it.
only kid. I'm the only kid here, and I have not.
I don't know who started it, but if the kids want to call me Professor J-Man, I guess I'll roll with it.
Oh yeah.
No,
Mr. Chris is on board. Yes, I am Professor J-Man. Thank you, everybody, for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology. Joining me here in the classroom today is, of course, my wonderful teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis.
Thanks, Jay Hizzle. So great to be working with you today.
What is that voice? Stop.
That's not.
Yeah.
He brought in a skateboard too.
Why do you have a skateboard? What is that?
That's right.
You're not good at it. I don't think you're. I think you're riding it sideways.
I literally saw you fall 3 times outside on the way.
But look at my cool new jacket. Aren't I so cool?
No.
It's like dark and mysterious.
Why did you put a leather jacket over top of your trench coat, which is already over top of an inner trench coat?
Well, you see, it's getting kind of warm outside. It's warming up. It's getting to be that warmer time of the year, so I wanted to be extra cool
by adding more layers.
No, I get it. No, he means figuratively cool. I get it.
Oh, that's funny.
This jacket is so cool, isn't it, Corbin?
Yeah.
Here we have another instance of Mr. Curtis not fully understanding human vernacular.
Nope.
You.
I'm pretty sure he's not human.
Right back at you, Jay Hizzle.
Which is why he doesn't, understand it. It's Professor J-Man, or Professor Jacob, I guess, if you want to be lame. Also joining us in the classroom today is our young trainer in training, Corbin. Say hello, Corbin.
Hello, Corbin. What's going on, everyone? Good to be here. Happy to be here today on this fine Wednesday morning. It's bright, it's sunny, and Mr. Curtis is looking funny. I don't know what's going on.
You mean
but I'm
cool?
Feeling kind of runny.
Had
bad eggs.
That was weak, Corbin. That was weak.
That was weak sauce.
Yeah.
Well, I'm out of practice because I'm not allowed to.
You're out of practice, and that's good.
Because I'm not allowed to rap. I'm still writing, but I'm not allowed to rap.
It's indicating to me that you're not rapping as much. So great. The worse the rhymes are, the better.
I'm not allowed to legally rap in public for those who are new.
At all. I don't think you're legally allowed to rap at all.
I think it's in the Kanto region, I'm pretty sure. I think you can rap here, but I'm doing it out of a courtesy to you.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
I don't know. Maybe it's Hoenn where I can do it. Is it Sinnoh?
I guess we'll find out. We'll find out when we get there, Corbin.
I may email somebody from their office.
Email? What's that?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I guess you could.
I only send
Gengar mails
if
you wanted
because
to.
I'm cool.
Hey, speaking of Gengar mails, hey, great, Corbin, thank you so much for the great segue. I have a Gengar mail here to read.
Yeah, that was Corbin.
What?
Did I say Curtis?
No.
What? Then why did you say that was Corbin?
You said, whatever, Jay Hizzle, you do you, boss.
Because if I said, thanks for the great segue, Curtis, and then you said that was Corbin, then that was fine.
Love it. I'm here for it.
But no, just forget I said anything. Go ahead.
God, Mr. Curtis, mind your
I think he's having a heat stroke. Take that jacket off, Curtis.
He's getting a little overheated, stroking out.
No.
He's riding too many skateboards.
I'm sorry. I was trying to put on a new persona, show you how cool and relevant I am to this class.
You're not,
but I'm sorry.
I'm just worried about your health, Mr. Curtis, and your safety.
Yeah. I'll sit down. I'll put the skateboard down. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's better.
Thank you.
You suck at it anyway.
I mean, unconventional, certainly, at the skateboard. Not riding it as you should ride a skateboard.
No.
Okay. I have a Gengar mail here from one Nick, or Nicholas, I suppose.
Nicky.
If they get in trouble. It says, Hi.
Hi.
That's great. Great job, guys, because the next part says, I swear to Arceus if you don't say hi back. So.
Oh, thank God I did. Whew, oh, my God.
So, good job. They say, today I come with good news. After passing my class, my dad got me a Riolu egg for my birthday, and she has hatched. Woo! Yay!
Oh,
Congratulations.
yay. Oh, man. Can I have one?
I'm proud to say that together we've gotten a Bagon and a Scyther. I have also defeated the Rock-type gym leader Grant and the Fighting-type gym leader Karina.
Woo!
Nice. I hope he didn't take his loss for granted.
Oh,
Okay.
see, that one took me a little bit, Corbin. Good joke.
You had to think about it because it was a smart joke.
So Grant and Karina, what region league are we talking about here? Anybody know?
I don't know. I'm just a boy.
You know weird things though, Mr. Curtis. Do you know?
Is it the Kanto region?
Nope.
Okay, come on.
okay,
You're from
well-
who's the rock type gym leader in the Kanto region, Mr. Curtis?
That would be my boy Brock.
Brock.
It's certainly not
yeah.
Grant.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the only other region I know is the Johto region.
Really?
Yeah.
Mr. Curtis, do you think I'm making up these regions as I read the Pokedexes?
No, I just no, of course not, Professor. You would never do something so
Heinous.
unacademic
Uncouth.
such as that. No, sir.
Okay, but it kind of sounds like you do think that.
No. I don't think that, Professor. I just don't know anything about the Pokemon leagues. I'm more focusing on professors and
kissing butt.
assistancing
Okay.
in all the different regions.
That's fine, man. Anyways, it's the Kalos region, because Nick goes on to say, we are on our way to the league after I compete in, and then they say in parentheses, win, and I love that enthusiasm. Keep
Love it.
up.
Optimism. What's that?
After I compete in / win the Kalos League, I plan to travel to other regions, beating their leagues too. Here's some things you need to remember.
Okay. All right. I'm being told things.
All
now.
right.
So Nick has included a couple of things here that I think we said in other lessons, and then immediately forgot about them because that's how we do it.
Really?
Actually, I think it's things that Corbin has said almost specifically.
What? No, I think we remember everything we've ever referenced.
All right, number one. Let's see if you remember this, Corbin.
I'm ready.
Okay.
It says, Corbin, when you say your intro, you're supposed to say, it's Corbin time. But in the
that's
lesson
true.
that was decided, you didn't say it.
Okay, so I'm not 100% confident, but I'm 99.9% sure that never happened. I need somebody else to verify this, please. I know some students have listened to these lessons like 100 times. Maybe not 100, but like 5.
So, what, is that going to be like the poll or the Q&A thing on this lesson?
I mean, sure, I'll do it as like, or I can ask Portia to do it for like the poll or the Q&A or something in the description if you guys are listening. But like, I'm genuinely curious. Did I say that? Because I don't remember ever saying that. Please tell
It's
me.
Corbin time.
I forget things. I could start saying if you guys want.
Yeah, let's give us a clean one, Corbin.
Yeah, give us a clean.
Get real clean.
All right, so the Q&A is, did I say that? And the poll is, should I say that?
There you go.
Should I say it in every lesson moving forward?
Well, you
Okay.
need to give him a taste, Corbin.
All right, give you a taste. This will help you decide. All right, you ready? And it's Corbin time. How's that?
Oh,
So good.
So
that
good?
was pretty good.
All right. Or should I do it more like dramatic, like, it's Corbin time?
Yeah. Yeah, give me a couple of other line reads. Yeah, this time, do it like it's a question.
It's Corbin time? More direction.
I don't know. Okay, say it like...
you just woke up from a nap.
Oh, it's Corbin time.
Okay, now say it like you're running away from an Ursaring.
It's Corbin time!
That's pretty good. Now say it like you're a clown.
Hey, it's Corbin time!
It is Corbin time.
Oh my god.
Oh wow, yeah. So let us know. I guess in the Q&A or poll or whatever it is in the description below on specifically on Spotify.
Oh yeah,
Flapple
if you're on Flapple Podcasts, you suck and you can't vote. I'm just
well-
kidding. You don't suck. You don't suck because now you're gonna leave a review saying that we suck. Please don't do that. Yeah, you guys can't do it. Only a Spotify can vote. Sorry, it's just how the system works. We don't make the rules.
Yeah. Number 2. This is the second thing that Nick is reminding us. After instructional videos, you're supposed to say 1, 2, 3. Now you know. But this only happened, I think, in the Porygon lesson.
All right, so now I'm more inclined to believe the original
Now
thing
you
about
know.
me with it's Corbin time because I do remember that. I do remember saying that we're supposed to say 1, 2, 3. Now you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, not well enough to actually do it.
All right, but it does ring a bell is what I'm saying.
Okay, that's good. Mr. Curtis, do you remember this at all? It sounds like something that Mr. Curtis would say.
It does.
It does. I like that energy. I'm gonna say, if it didn't happen before, we should do it anyway now.
Yeah, we do it anyway now.
Now we know.
Do it anyway now. Maybe today you'll have the opportunity to do it. Maybe.
Oh.
1, 2, 3.
Oh. Now you know.
Now you know.
Now you know.
Okay, but no, you have to say it at the same time.
All right.
Let me try it again. Hold on.
All right.
1, 2,
3.
No.
Now
3.
you know.
Now you know.
All right. Well, whatever. Just keep going.
That was so unbelievably bad. See, the problem is you can't start with a countdown because a countdown
we
is
count up?
part of it.
Oh,
3, 2, 1.
1,
1,
2,
2,
3. Now you know.
Now
You're
you
like 10
know.
years behind me. You're saying it like you had a stroke, Mr. Curtis.
Okay, hold on.
All
Let me
right.
give it. I'll count down.
Yeah,
All right.
hey, you
3,
go Curtis's
2,
tempo.
1.
1,
1,
2, 3. Now
Now
you
you
know.
He did it fast
See,
this
now
time
you're
on purpose.
Now you're slow.
Now you sped it up. I didn't know what you. Okay,
Yeah,
we
you
gotta
did speed it
continue.
up now, Mr. Curtis.
This lesson's gonna be long. At
Okay.
this rate.
We'll play with this later.
Okay. All right. Anyways, Nick's Gengar mail ends with, I strive to be a better trainer and capture Solosis and Shinx. I guess that makes you a good trainer.
Got him.
One day you'll see me on TV. And then I love the sign off here. It says, the guy that's just here for fun, Nick.
Honestly,
Nick.
Awesome.
that's what you need. You need a guy who's there just for fun. Or, a girl, because I've heard that girls just want to have fun. So let's put that to the test.
Put that on a t-shirt.
So look in the description below. You'll see a poll that.
Are you a
views
girl
wanna
that
have
just wants to have fun? I don't like the way that sounds.
Okay, well, thank you so much for the Gengar mail, Nick. It was very good. It was a lot of fun. Mr. Curtis, says Nick get a gold star?
Yes, I'll give Nick a gold star.
He doesn't sound happy about it.
I know.
I did
Well,
not.
he didn't talk about how great bug type Pokemon are, or how cool my Spinarak are, or anything like that.
Real
But
nepotism here.
he didn't pick a fight, so
That is
as long
true.
as you're not-
And honestly, that is something that we really appreciate out of Gengar mails. Please don't try to pick fights with us or tell us
Yeah,
how dumb
recently.
we are.
You guys remember the one we read in the last lesson last week? Zoomer.
I don't remember much of last week, no.
Oh, fun week, huh? Party hard.
No, it's just my standard.
Oh, it's just
Remind
a
me,
blur.
Corbin. Remind me.
But yeah, so in the Azumarill lesson last week, we did read another. I think it was the Azumarill lesson. We did read a very kind email from Henry, and
Oh, I thought you were saying we read a mean email.
no, I was saying that like you said the same thing in that lesson too. You were like, "Yeah, we like when you guys are nice to us. Please
Yeah,
keep
I'm
being
trying-
nice. So
I'm
we'll
trying-
read your Gmail.
I'm trying to reinforce, Corbin, repetition is the best way.
Just be nice, guys.
Please.
be nice.
We can't
Not to
take
me, but to
meanness.
the professor. At
No, all I'm
least.
saying is if it's a mean Gengar mail, probably not gonna read it.
We're gonna crumble. Yeah, you can send us hate mail all you want. We've gotten a lot of slurs sent our way, but that's okay, guys. That's all right. We'll take it on the chin because we love you.
we haven't gotten.
Oh wait,
slurs.
you guys haven't gotten any? Oh, I've got some sent to my personal Gmail.
Yeah, what's your favorite one?
The professor.
Uh-huh.
What Pokemon are we talking about today?
Well, Mr. Curtis, I am so glad that you asked. Because it's not we're not learning about Decidueye, so before you even say it,
Oh,
we're not learning about Decidueye.
professor.
Wham,
In
baby.
fact, it's not even a grass type Pokemon, although it might fool you. And I'm just gonna say it. We are learning about Sudowoodo this week.
Ooh,
Sudowoodo.
Sudowoodo.
Professor. Woods.
Yes,
Woods
I'm
is-
sorry. I will only answer if you have your hand raised, Mr. Curtis.
Sorry. My hand's up, Professor.
Okay, so who here has seen a Sudowoodo?
My hand's up, Professor.
Oh my god, he's not gonna shut up about this. Yes, Mr. Curtis.
Yeah, Professor, just come over here real quick.
No.
You said
You
said
can say it
was
aloud.
a grass
Yeah,
type?
I'm saying right here.
But it's got wood in the name. How can it not be a grass type?
I mean, it's Sudowoodo.
Yeah,
As in,
what
like-
does pseudo mean? That means fake.
I don't know if pseudo exactly means fake, but it does kind of mean something along the lines of like
Phony.
not, right? So it's not Woodo, or it's like looks like Woodo, but it's
Not
not
Woodo.
Woodo.
Yeah, exactly. That's his real name, not Woodo. All right? It couldn't be any more clear, Mr. Curtis. Come on, catch up.
I'm so sorry.
And like, listen, Mr. Curtis. We can't just go off of names to determine the type of Pokemon because we're the one that names them.
That's true.
That's true.
You're right.
Like this thing isn't naturally named Sudowoodo. Although maybe they do sometimes they say their name, so who am I to talk?
Every once in a while.
Corbin, what were you saying? Have you seen this Pokemon before?
I don't think I have seen one.
Have you ever seen the wind? Sorry. Have you ever
seen what?
Have you ever seen a tree just kind of like
I've seen one or two.
Okay, hold on. Let me finish. Have you ever seen a tree in the woods that's wiggling around when it's not like windy? Have you ever seen a tree, Corbin? Let me ask you this. Have you ever seen a tree that was there one day and then the next day it was raining and it wasn't there?
Oh, yeah. I actually have seen that once. There was one in my backyard. It was weird. It was only like there for like a day or something. I thought it was just a quick tree my mom planted.
There are sometimes there's little tiny trees in my woods, and I cut them down, and then they come back. So I don't know.
Those are shrubs, Mr.
Yeah,
Curtis.
that is pretty normal for a tree.
God.
But yeah, so Corbin, that was probably a Sudowoodo. So I actually have one here today. If we would like to see it.
Is it in the room with us right now?
No, but man, it would have been cool if I like potted it in a plant or something.
Yeah, because I was looking at that plant, that fern in the corner.
No, that's a real plant. That's
okay. All
that's
right,
a real plant.
It was looking a little funky.
Okay.
No, the
I was kind of
Sudowoodo
worried.
is this Pokeball.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. All right, here we go. I'm excited.
Ready?
Yep. Are you sure that's not just a tree?
I think that's wood, Professor. I'm not gonna lie.
Is this a joke?
I mean, kind of a joke. Yeah.
I mean, it kind of.
But
Hold
it
on.
is. This
Hold
is
on.
Sudowoodo.
Let me get up on this thing.
Don't
it smells
stop
like
climbing on top of my Sudowoodo.
I'm not climbing
Corbin.
it. I'm moving some of the branches. I mean, it
Are you
smells
moving the
like wood.
branches?
Mr. Curtis, it
I
smells
will-
like
Corbin.
wood. It smells
Corbin,
like wood.
Corbin, move out of the way. Okay,
What are
I
you
will
doing?
prove this to you. All right. I trained long and hard with William Shire and the Machokes back at the Saffron City Learning Center.
For what?
Okay?
Wait, what are you doing?
What are you doing, Mr. Curtis?
My karate ha-cha-cha-cha prowess.
What are you doing?
And I will prove to you as
wait.
I chop through all logs.
I guarantee
of
you.
any
No,
size,
this is not a log. This is a rock. This is a solid rock.
Do
is
it.
wood.
Do
No,
it.
don't
Yeah,
do it, Mr. Curtis.
Do it. Let's see it. Let's
Don't
see
do
it.
it. Don't do it.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. That's
Professor,
really
I think
hard
it's broken.
wood.
Okay, it's not wood. It's stone.
Really?
Ow.
Wait, are you serious? Oh wait, no, you're right. That smells like stone, Mr. Curtis. It smells like stone, not wood. I was wrong. I'm
Oh,
so
God,
sorry.
I think he has a broken hand.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Professor.
Oh my. Whoa. I gotta look at it.
It hurts so bad, though.
There's so many bones sticking out.
Oh man, 3 out of your 6 fingers are sticking out.
Hold on, I gotta wrap some up from my Corbin. Will you get my webbing out of my bag, please?
I would rather die. I'd rather break both my hands than grab your web. I'm not doing that.
Please, Professor, make him get the webbing out of my bag.
I don't want to do
It's
that.
the
That's
only way.
disgusting.
No,
I don't,
this looks like you have some sticking out of your secondary jacket, Mr. Curtis.
Oh, that's true. I do keep some lining in there. Let me pull some. I'll just pull some out.
God, this is horrific. Oh,
Oh,
ooh, the
just have to
bone.
wrap it up. Oh,
There's a lot more
God.
bones there than should be, right?
there's 6 finger bones that I'm seeing. That's one more than he's supposed to have. Oh God!
All of his fingers are broken. Do we have a nurse, right? It's the Roserade or something.
Yeah.
Rosalind.
Miss Rosalind is what I was saying.
Professor, I think he needs to see Rosalind.
Yeah, I think he does too.
I can hold. I can go. Professor, can I be excused from class? I'll just.
Well,
run down
no.
real
Wait
quick
until
to-
after class.
How dare you? A real professor's assistant would never miss the whole class.
Yeah, let's finish this class first. Corbin, could you describe Sudowoodo, who's been very patient with our shenanigans?
Yeah, sure. He's been very quiet too.
It's
tree.
a she, so.
Oh, sorry, she. It's a tree.
Okay, but describe the tree.
Because
Guys, I'm gonna be honest here. I've seen a lot of trees in my day, and this would never fool me. I would never look at this thing and be like,
I
This
don't
is a
know.
tree.
A lot of trees I see have yellow on them, so I don't know. Maybe I just see a lot of Sudowoodo actually.
maybe.
All right, so
is the yellow supposed to be sap?
I don't know.
Maybe
I
it's
don't
supposed to be,
want to find
sap
out.
or something.
I didn't sniff that part, so I'm not sure. So Sudowoodo kind of looks like a little bit of a little tree, but instead of branches, it has these little looking nubs, these little green nubbies, and I think those are actually rock too. I got a good sniff of those, and yep, those are rocks as well. And its whole body is just kind of made out of that, and it looks like wood. It's even texturized a little bit like wood. But if you gotta look at it at certain lighting, and you actually tell it's rock. And then it has this little forked branch coming off of its head. So it's a very
like most trees.
Right, like most trees, like two little forks coming out, and it's got two little feet with no little toes. What a shame on either side of it. So. Yeah, guys, it looks like a brown glizzy with a couple sticks poking out of it. That's Sudowoodo. That's Sudowoodo in a nutshell. Oh, look at that. Lex likes him. Huh. This has got Lex on him. You guys are like one and the same. You got Lex.
No, Lex, go back to work. You have a job to do.
Oh.
You don't have time to be goofing around like this.
Lex, just go a little bit quicker this time, Lex. We gotta get done with class so I can fix my hand.
Well, because the Sudowoodo likes Lex so much, I'm gonna call it Alex.
It's like all Lex.
It's like all Lex is thinking about.
It's the
right?
all Lex.
Right.
We have to find the all Lex.
Oh, that sounds like a sci-fi MacGuffin. Anyways, yeah. Very cool Pokemon.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah,
That's also a patron name, by the way, is
Oh,
Alex.
I was confused for a
knew
second.
that sounded familiar, and it just hit me. Yeah, so one of our patrons is named Alex. So Alex, appreciate you.
Nice.
Alex, I have to say I'm sorry. I tried to chop you in half.
Even so, yeah.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I know
for
we
this
gotta
pain.
move on with the lesson here, but I do want to just explore the thinking here, Mr. Curtis. If this was, let's say a grass type Pokemon that was like a tree, and you did successfully chop it in half, where would we be right now?
He would be
in jail.
He'd be going on a rampage, killing
You
more Pokemon.
cannot beat these allegations.
Add one more to the roster. First the Squirtle. Who's next?
But I wouldn't have chopped it if it was a grass type Pokemon that looked like a tree. I just thought it was a tree. A tree that came out of your Pokeball.
He wanted to count the rings.
I said it was a Pokemon.
I know, but it looks so much like a tree, Professor. I don't know. I felt the coolness rising up inside of me.
Oh God, stop with the accent, please.
so
Whatever
cool.
that is, I'm begging you.
So
no,
cool.
he's not.
I don't know. I don't like that jacket though. I don't like it.
My
I don't think it makes him look cool. Do you think it makes him look cool, Corbin?
It's not very slimming, Mr. Curtis.
Okay, I'll take the jacket off for now. With too much coolness has corrupted my life.
Oh God!
God, hear his hand cracking. As he tries to take his jacket off.
It hurts so much. It hurts so much.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put Alex back into her Pokeball.
Okay, bye, Alex.
Bye, Alex.
Let's get on with this
Let's
lesson.
do it. It's Corbin
right.
time.
Starting, no, it's too late. You said that when you introduce yourself, Corbin.
Dang it! All right.
And we haven't gotten a confirmation from the student yet. We can't.
Oh,
you
all
can't
right.
do it.
I've just gotten used to saying it already.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start off in the JoJo region here, like we always do. The first one says, although it always pretends to be a tree, its composition appears to be closer to a rock than a plant.
Again, very misleading.
So like minerals.
Minerals.
Instead of wood.
A metamorphic Pokemon, if you will.
It disguises itself as a tree to avoid attack. It hates water, so it will disappear if it starts raining.
Ooh.
Wow, the irony is is intense. Because I attacked it. I attacked it because it looked like a tree.
It didn't plan for Mr. Curtis.
It's such a weird thing though, because it is a rock, right? It's basically a rock. Like, do you go around punching rocks?
Not really. No, I don't think I ever have.
So why does it need to avoid getting attacked so much that it has to make itself look like a tree?
Well, by predators, it means. If it looks like a tree.
What predators eat rocks?
Well, no, I'm saying if it's moving around, predators are going to know that's a Pokemon.
Rocks also don't move.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like a rock. It looks like a tree.
Yeah, because it's over years. It's decided. It's or over millions of years. It's evolved to look like a tree.
That's how old Alex is?
Not Alex specifically.
I see what the professor's saying. So like if it's going to choose to look like, it's already made out of rock, right? If it's going to choose to look like anything, it should just choose to look like a rock.
A rock, right?
Because a rock would be even less desirable to attack than a tree would.
Yeah, because like we chop down trees.
I would think tree is probably better because it's more mobile. You know what I mean? It's already had because it already has its legs readily available. The legs are still there. You know what I mean? If it was shaped like a rock and it had to like evolve to like poke its little arms and legs out, that's more work it has to do. It's more time it has to spend. Because like, what if the predator finds out that it's a Sudowoodo and then it's like, oh crap, now I gotta run, and then it has to pop out its arms and legs? It's gonna waste more time. As the Sudowoodo we know now, it already has its arms and legs available, so as soon as it's accidentally spotted by a predator, it could just bolt.
My favorite trees are the ones that have legs.
Okay, I meant tree.
I love trees with legs.
I'm not saying that trees have legs. I mean, like, it could be disguised as like a root or a branch. It could be like a branch or something. Like somebody could, the way it could situate itself could make it look like a branch.
I mean, it could be like a weird, like
it's
it could
more
be
mobile.
a weird shaped rock.
Sudowoodo, I get you.
Do you think a Sudowoodo could grow to look like a palm tree?
That's a good question.
Let's wait till we get to the Alola region Pokedex entries, because maybe all of their Sudowoodos are perfect and amazing and look like palm trees, which are the better tree.
You mean Executor?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess so. And what did we learn about the Executors in Alola?
They grow so big and strong.
They're basically dragons.
They're big, tall boys.
That's right.
All right.
Call back.
The last entry in the Johto region says, if a tree branch shakes when there's no wind, it's a Sudowoodo, not a tree. It hides from the rain.
So there's a lot of ways you could have tested this instead of you just punching Miss Curse. Could have put water on it, could have let in the breeze.
I mean, once again, I wasn't thinking that it was, I was trying to prove that it was a Pokemon. I was trying to prove that it was a tree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but and it's just, he didn't have this information because we haven't done the lesson yet. Although I guess he has done this lesson six times before.
6 more times before.
But it's been a long time.
This is my 7th time taking the class. So.
I can't.
Long day.
I can't, reasonably expect him to remember all, like the thousands of Pokemon that he needs to that we talk about. I can't expect him to remember everything.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
Now
they keep adding more.
They keep.
I'm only human. That's.
He hesitated when he said that.
I can't remember everything. Right.
I mean, I'm not sure you can remember anything.
I'm not sure that you're human after all.
Oh. Well, that's just preposterous.
Yeah. But not as preposterous as this Hoenn region Pokedex entry.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Sudowoodo camouflages itself as a tree to avoid being attacked by enemies. However, because the forelegs remain green throughout the year, the Pokemon is easily identified as fake during the winter.
See, if it was easily identified as fake as a rock, it wouldn't be as mobile because it wouldn't have its legs out. It would be shaped like a rock.
It would never be identified as fake as a rock just because of the weather.
Well, you never thought it'd be identified as fake as a tree, but here it is.
I mean, I would. It doesn't look anything like a tree. It's just brown.
It fooled us.
It did fool you guys. That's true.
It did. Yeah, it fooled me.
I've read that like three out of every 10 people are fooled by Sudowoodo. Right? That's almost half the population.
Oh, wow. Where'd you read that?
Don't worry about it.
I mean, I worry about it because it sounds false, but whatever. All right.
It was on Twitter, so it can't be wrong.
So that's actually the flying Pokemon themed social network site, Twitter.
Yeah. You always have to add that little subtitle. Yeah. So it can't be wrong.
Yeah. Well, you're right. It can't be wrong then.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the only Pokedex entry in the Hoenn region. So let's move on to the Sinnoh region. Despite appearing to be a tree, its body is closer to rocks and stones. It is very weak to water.
Very weak.
Like most rocks are in this world that we live in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you pour water on it, it fades away instantly.
I think it like screams or something and attacks.
It goes, oi! And then it just attacks.
It goes, hey! And then attacks.
It says, hey,
that's
get out of here!
Hey, that's not very nice.
You think a Sudowoodo sounds that proper? I don't know.
And that was our Sudowoodo impressions.
That's
tune in next week.
That's not very nice.
Our Dragonite impressions.
Why Dragonite?
I like Dragonite. What can I say?
Okay, that's fair. The next entry in the Sinnoh region says, it stands along paths pretending to be a tree. If it starts raining, it seems to disappear.
Seems. It just floats to the,
Yeah,
to the sky.
wait, isn't this what you just said, Corbin? It kind of like, it fades away into nothingness.
It
Is
just
that what you
fades
said?
away.
It just shifts out of existence.
That's right.
Oh,
Just a
there
dust in the
goes
wind.
the Sudowoodos.
It's fading away like a ghost.
Oh, then it turns into a ghost type.
It turns into a ghost type when it's hit
Turns
by
into
water.
Trevenant.
Well, no, it's still not a grass type though.
Oh, okay.
Is there a rock ghost type Pokemon? There must be, right? Is that the Spiritomb? Is Spiritomb rock
Hold on.
ghost?
No, Spiritomb.
Hold on, I'll find it.
This is all very important stuff.
Yeah, very, very.
While he's doing
impertinent
that, I'll read the next entry. To avoid being attacked, it does nothing but mimic a tree. It hates water and flees from the rain.
There's no rock ghost.
Really?
Man, really?
Yeah.
Not one discovered yet? They need to find one. Stat.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's one out there.
There's got to be. There's thousands of Pokemon. There's just not a register.
There are, and here's what's crazy. There are 6 ground ghosts, but no rock ghosts.
Guess you could say they're very down to earth Pokemon, right?
I mean, I guess like the thing about ghosts is that they're not solid, and rocks are very solid, so they're kind of like counterintuitive.
I have heard
they're
that.
natural opposites.
Right. That makes sense.
Thank you.
Can't be a solid ghost.
Put that on a t-shirt.
I was gonna say, put that on a t-shirt.
It's just, I don't know. It's like a Corbin like wagging his finger, like,
I'm just like me on there.
no, you can't.
No.
All right, new poll. How many guys would actually buy a t-shirt from us? No, I'm just kidding. We don't have enough room for polls.
All right. There's nothing new from the Unova region. There's nothing new from the Kalos region, but I do have some Alola region Pokedex entries here.
Oh, let's hear how great they are.
To avoid attack, it mimics a tree. It will run off if splashed with water, which it hates.
Yeah, we know that.
The next one says, apparently, the larger the green parts of this Pokemon are, the more collectors value it. It's a particular favorite among elderly people.
Really?
I feel like the elderly people in the Alola region like to collect weird things.
Yeah, those boomers be up to some sketchy stuff.
Do they just collect the green parts, or they collect the whole Sudowoodo? I mean,
They
I don't
like
understand.
chopping off Sudowoodo's fingers and taking it.
Well, let me read this. Let me read this next entry. It might shine some light.
I'm starting to think I'm ageist. That sounds like abuse.
This next entry says, it's so popular with the elderly that there's a magazine devoted to this Pokemon. Fans obsess over the particular length and angle of its arms.
But that's weird. Have you heard of this magazine, Professor?
I haven't, no. I did not even know it existed, honestly.
Wait a minute. Oh, no, I actually do have one. I got it in the mail this morning. Hold on, I think I know what you're talking about.
Wow.
Oh,
What are the
really?
odds?
Well, I think Donnie J may have ordered it because I don't know why it showed
Okay.
up at my house this morning. Okay, so here it is. It's a magazine. It's called Sticks and Stones. Check it out. Look, see? Look at the front cover. Look at that one posing. Look at that.
Wow, look at the particular length and angle of its arms.
Ooh, we love that.
I'm obsessing over it.
I like how green their fingers
Wait,
are.
okay, all right. Don't even think. All right, just answer when I say this question. All right, don't even think. Best angle, go.
Oh God, it's gotta be 70 degrees.
20 degrees.
Oh wow. All right, I knew you were an acute guy, Mr. Curtis.
What about me? Am I a cute guy too?
You scream obtuse.
Hey, it's at
Please
70.
stop screaming it. It's getting hard to sleep.
I said 70 degrees.
Yeah, that's. Oh wait, no, that is still acute. You're right.
Aha,
right.
I'm a cutie.
You're right. But you still scream obtuse, and I wish you would stop doing it.
All right, everybody comment down below if I'm a cutie. All right, never mind. Don't do that.
We got two acute guys in here.
Two acute guys. That's right.
What about you, Professor? What do you think?
Full 180.
Nice.
I
nice.
prefer lines.
You do?
Flat.
You like lines?
I prefer straight lines.
That's right.
Flat is king. What can you say?
Okay. There's one more entry from the Alola region. The result of its holding the same pose all the time is arms that have become supple yet strong.
I don't know. Each of these entries is getting a little weird. I don't know. These boomers got a thing for this Sudowoodo.
I don't get it. Like,
No offense to Alex, but I don't get it.
Maybe it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's just I really don't get it. Maybe it's like an easy Pokemon to take care of because like all you got to do is like it's like the opposite of a plant that you have in the house. It's just you don't water it.
Right, and that's the problem. Is a lot of people let their plants accidentally die, by watering it. Or in our case last week, we overwatered it by flooding the room, or Gunk did. But a lot of people forget to water their plants, but this is nice because you don't have to. You don't have to forget anything.
I mean, I will forget things, but I don't have to forget things.
But this thing, you don't need to forget. There's nothing to forget.
There you go. That's what you're trying to say, Corbin. There's nothing to forget.
That's right. I'm sure it likes a gravel bath, but, you don't need to water it.
Maybe. I don't know I mean, I'm sure if we were to read this, what'd you say the magazine was called? Corbin Sticks and Stones?
It's called Sticks and Stones, yeah.
Or no moss on this stone. A rolling Sudowoodo gathers no moss.
I have heard that quote before.
Yeah, that's a famous one. Okay, moving on.
That's so funny, Professor.
Thank you. There's no entries from the Galar region, but I do have a Hisui region Pokedex entry here. Yeah, like the super, like it's like basically a textbook. It's not even really a Pokedex.
Right.
As we know it. It says, though it pretends to be a tree, it fails to fool even children.
Well, okay, all right. Well, some children.
Yeah, some adults too, Mr. Curtis.
No.
We don't know how old he is.
Who would fall for that? I mean, come on.
How's your hand doing, by the way?
It hurt so much.
Fully broken.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad.
Oh, it's swollen too. Look at it.
Oh god.
Oh jeez.
It's so bad.
It's like twice the size.
Oh, it looks awful.
Yeah.
It does look like it's trying to heal itself though, which is
rapidly fast too.
But if you look, it's not right. It's healing.
Yeah, it's just growing more bones.
It's not good.
What? Oh my.
Jeez.
Oh, that definitely needs to be checked out. I don't even know if Rosalind the Rosalia is even equipped for that.
I hope Nurse
Rosalind.
I just said it.
I hope Nurse Rosalind has got some pliers and a hammer because there's gonna need to be some resculpting here.
Yeah, we gotta hurry up with this lesson. I mean,
we're almost done.
His eyes rolled back and foam started coming out when he was trying to remember the name.
Well, that's normal.
That's true.
That's normal. So I was only a third of the way through this Hisui Pokedex entry.
All right.
Though it pretends to be a tree, it fails to fool even children. To the touch, its body feels more like rock than tree bark. Sudowoodo's extreme aversion to water merits special note. That's a nice way of saying that.
So if you're on a road trip, don't pee on that tree.
There's nothing new from the Paldea region. I don't think I have. Oh, wait, I do. Okay, I do have something from the Lentil region here, but this is less. This reads less like a Pokedex entry and reads more like, I don't know, a letter to a friend, which is kind of what Professor Mirror likes to do.
Sure.
Read it in my moment of pain. Read it to me, Professor.
You're not dying. Shut up.
Like the friends we are, Professor. Please.
My dearest Mr. Curtis, Sudowoodo often comes to the research camp. I think it wants to be friends with the other Pokemon here. I tried to get it closer by pretending to be a tree, but it ran away when it got startled.
Be that tree, Professor.
Forever yours, Professor Mirror.
It's so beautiful.
It's so beautiful. Okay, so that does it for the original Pokedex entries on Sudowoodo. I have a couple of unique Pokedex entries here. I'll read those. It's actually a surprising amount of unique Pokedex entries. So let's read these. The first one comes to us from Ash's Pokedex. Sudowoodo, the imitation Pokemon. This rare Pokemon hides in trees to avoid capture. All right. I could see it hiding in a tree, like pretending to be part of a tree, not pretending to be an entire tree itself. That makes a little bit more sense to me.
Maybe.
Okay.
There's another entry from Ash's Pokedex. Sudowoodo, the imitation Pokemon. Although it camouflages itself as a tree in order to avoid being attacked, its body is actually more like a rock than like a plant. It hates water and disappears whenever it rains, like a ghost type. Ha ha ha. The next one comes to us from Dawn's Pokedex.
Yeah, girl.
Great. Sudowoodo, the imitation Pokemon, disguised as a tree, it's the evolved form of Bonsly.
Yeah,
Bonsley. Bonsly?
Now, wait.
Bonsley.
Have we not? Wait, we haven't learned around Bonsley.
No, we have not learned about Bonsley. Bonsly? What do you guys say?
Bonslu.
Bonsby.
I love Bonsby. That's a great name.
Yeah, but why didn't we talk about Bonsby first, Professor?
I mean, we do this sometimes. It's just that, the Johto region got the Sudowoodo first, and then it wasn't until the Sinnoh region entered the National Pokedex that, we realized that Sudowoodo actually evolves from Bonsly. So it's just that its place in the National Pokedex is later than Sudowoodo's is. I know it's confusing, but it's not the first time we've encountered this.
I love that Dawn's the first one to mention it. She's so smart.
She didn't. Her
So
Pokedex
pretty.
mentioned it. She didn't mention it.
She recorded it before any of the other cool trainers like Ash. So I mean, she is just wonderful.
Psh, Ash.
Wow, Corbin thinks Dawn's wonderful. What a surprise. All right, the next one comes to us from an unnamed Rotom Pokedex. Sudowoodo, the imitation Pokemon, a rock type. Sudowoodo imitates a tree to avoid enemy attacks, but its body is more like a rock. It's weak against water, and when faced with rain, it runs away. Imagine any kind of water. I don't know why everybody's focusing.
She's a little runaway.
I don't know why everybody's focusing so much on rain. I feel like any kind of water would make it run away or, quote unquote, disappear.
So does that mean a Sudowoodo can't cry?
I mean, they have nothing to cry about. They're always happy. Did you see Alex? She was smiling the whole time.
She was beaming with joy.
Yeah,
That's true.
cheesing, if you will.
Cheesing.
From ear to ear.
She was cheesing in the breezing.
Yeah, breezing and cheesing.
That's right. Give her a reason. Don't see her sneezing.
Breeze out, cheese out.
Nope.
No?
I like that
I
one,
thought
Professor.
that was a slam dunk t-shirt, but I guess,
Breeze
I'm
out,
not-
cheese out?
I'm
Actually,
not hip.
that would work. That's actually not bad. Breeze
I'm
out,
not
cheese
hip
out.
with what the kids think. I mean, they all want to call me Professor J-Man. Like,
No one wants to.
I
You
mean,
want to
I
call
don't
yourself
get it.
that.
I don't get it, but if they want to call me that, I mean, I guess
You don't talk to any kids other than me.
they talk to me. I get so many emails. Gengar
That's
mails.
true. You do.
Gengar mails.
Yeah. What is email? I mentioned earlier. You got on to me about it. What is this email you talking
I know,
about?
your stupid is leaking onto me, Corbin. Ew, gross. Get it off.
Oh, don't get Corbin. You gotta keep that to yourself.
Mr. Curtis, you leak more than anybody.
My hand's leaking.
Oh, God. That's not blood.
What color
No.
is that? It looks
It
black.
looks like motor oil.
Oh.
It's like it's serum. It's my body's trying to fix itself.
That's not. You think he's human, Professor? I don't think so.
There's at least 3 hands worth of fingers right now.
Something's up. Something's up.
Something ain't right. Hey, something ain't right. All right, that's all of our Pokedex entries on Sudowoodo. It's time to be tested. As I hinted earlier, our assignment today is going to be...
Oh, hey, it's going to be a good old instructional
Let me put away
video.
my Pokedex.
No, it's going to be a picture Pokemon. I fooled you. Ha ha ha.
Dang it.
We were doing a picture Pokemon today, so let me go ahead and hold on. Let me duck behind my desk here and find a visitor.
Where's he going?
Oh,
Fancy man's
I'm a very fancy man, and I would very much like to buy one of your Sudowoodos. I already have Curtis. No, Curtis, no, Mr.
It's
Curtis.
fancy,
No, hey,
man.
Mr. Curtis, no.
This is his bit. Let him have
This
it.
is
Let him have
my
it.
thing. It's my
But
thing.
I'm
Mr. Hey,
fancy
Mr. Curtis,
too.
Mr. Curtis.
Mr. Curtis, Mr. Curtis.
Mr. Curtis, no.
I would be fancy though.
No,
Okay.
no, I'm Mr. Fancy Man.
Okay.
I would like to buy a Sudowoodo, but I only have enough money to buy one of your Sudowoodos. So
Oh.
I will buy whoever gives me the best pitch, and I'm going to go ahead and read you what I would call a rubric for what I want this pitch to be, if that's okay with you.
Ooh, a Ruberic.
You must include information that you learned in Professor J-Man's wonderful class. You must demonstrate an understanding of the Pokemon's unique attributes and abilities.
You okay?
Oh.
You alright?
Yes, sir. I was having a heart attack for a second. I fixed it, though.
Oh, okay.
3.
Oh, I can fix it.
No, I already fixed it. Selling points. You must have unique selling points for the Pokemon that we discussed in class, and they cannot be it must be for the Pokemon itself and not for a product that it provides or produces. Like, don't make me a necklace made out of the green orbs on its fingers or whatever. I don't want that. I want the Pokemon. Then 4, the student who provides the most compelling selling points will get a bonus point. Okay, do you understand the rules as I have described them to you?
Do you want to finger a necklace of other fingers? I can get
What?
you. I can get
Mr.
you a
Curtis,
necklace
it's
of
disgusting.
Corbin fingers. I got a good Corbin right here, Professor.
Yo, please don't take my fingers. Professor, help. Please. Can you not have it?
I would prefer just to buy Sudowoodos right now.
Oh, my God.
It's one singular Sudowoodo. So take the time, a comprehensive plan, a pitch for me, and I will be eager to listen to it when you're done.
Okay, Doctor,
I'm
Mr. Fancy Man.
I'm going to take a quick nap. Please don't wake me. Money.
He just used this as an excuse to take a nap.
Mustaches. A monocle. All M words. That's kind of weird if you think about that. All right, let's see. Is you guys have been, sorry. I'm Mr. Fancy Man here. Are Professor Jacob's students done with their
Yes,
their
Doctor.
Yes,
I am a doctor of money.
Oh.
I have my PhD in money. Thank you for noticing that, Corbin.
A cashologist. Okay.
And because of that, Corbin, I will allow you to go first.
Great. Okay, Fancy Man. So what do you as a fancy man do a lot of? You know, you're going to do a lot of fancy stuff.
This feels
Fancy
like a
stuff
rhetorical question.
involves needing fancy clothes and fancy coats and fancy hats and all that stuff. You know what you can use a Sudowoodo for? A hat and coat rack. So the cool thing about Sudowoodo is you can keep it in your house if you want to. When you come in, you can put your coat, your hat, whatever you want on it. And the good news is, if it gets a little wet because it's raining outside, because Sudowoodo hates water, it could just shake that off really quickly and then it's dry in no time. Now, the other good thing is that if you're outside and you're hanging out too and it starts to rain and there's something on your person, if it is a coat or what have you, or whatever, you don't want it to get wet, you can easily put it on the Sudowoodo and it's going to bolt somewhere where there's no water, there's no rain coming down, so it can kind of work for that dual purpose. It's kind of like a mobile coat rack, but you can use it for other stuff you can carry too. And then the other thing, the second use for it kind of ties in the first one just a little bit, but you can kind of use it as a baggage porter or bellhop. So first of all, it's small. Sudowoodo is very small. It's barely less than 4 feet for those of you guys that listening at home. So it's small enough, but it's strong enough that it can carry your stuff. And you can take it with you on trips and stuff. It's not very big. And the good thing is it will naturally avoid water. So if you're walking in the city or something, or you're outside of a hotel and this thing is, carrying stuff for you inside, it's like kind of like your personal assistant. It's going to avoid water, any puddles, stuff like that as you're walking in. And also it stands for a while. With heavy luggage, it's not going to get tired. Very strong, resilient Pokemon, because it loves to just stand there, as we know. And also, as a bonus, you may get a discount at some of these hotels you go to if you bring your Sudowoodo to the front desk, because, if there's an old person working at the front desk, they might just give you a discount. They might just do it because they got a thing for the Sudowoodo, those old folks, those boomers. So a lot of good reasons to have a Sudowoodo, and they all are applicable to an old rich man. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Corbin.
Old rich man? Excuse me. This is a rich man in the prime of his life.
The prime of my life is very old. You're both right.
He does have Honchkro's feet, Mr. Curtis. Have you seen them?
No, I see a young man back.
How dare you, Mr. Curtis? How dare you call me young and youthful? I'm old.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I mean,
I love doing this voice. Let's keep going.
Old crotchety man, I guess.
Call middle fart.
Mister, I'll have Professor Jacob discuss your pitch, Corbin, when after Mr. Curtis goes. Mr. Curtis,
sounds good.
Let's hear your pitch.
Thank you. Let me just get a quick little.
Is that, my dear boy? Is that sap you're drinking?
It's actually syrup. It's syrup.
May I have some syrup?
Oh, sure. Go right ahead. Right here.
Oh, God. Oh, he wants some too. Have you ever... Oh, that's a lot, Professor. I don't know if that's a good idea. Okay.
Delicious. Thank
Oh.
you.
Cleared the throat.
Yeah,
didn't
I
it?
could now I could keep doing this voice a little bit longer.
That's good. Okay. All right. Well, as we all know, all fancy mans have fancy houses. Okay.
True.
And what fancy house would be complete without its own living statue in its outdoor garden? Okay. Sudowoodos have a unique attribute of being sought after and also looking like plants. So, and they're also made of stone, and they like standing around all day. So this is a great combination, right? Imagine being able to impress all your fancy friends with your fancy designer Sudowoodo with the cool-looking special green orbs and the great angles and the length of the arms. You know, you could impress all of your old fancy friends. Also, that Sudowoodo would fit in perfectly outside in your fancy garden, blending in with the decor. Very feng shui. It's also used to standing around all day, and it's pretty resilient, made out of stone, so it could double as a guard to stand over and watch over your fancy area. Finally, if you have any like fancy, delicate artifacts or banners or anything that's really water sensitive you want to display during your fancy outdoor garden party, no need to worry about the rain, because as soon as it starts to get wet, the Sudowoodo can carry it all right inside right away, out of the rain for you on your behalf. So your garden centerpiece / guard, look no further. It's Sudowoodo for all the fancy man needs.
These are all very, very, very good and lucrative ideas. I think you're excellent salesman. Maybe I should hire one or both of you.
I'll whatever you want. I'll be there for you, Professor. I mean, Doctor Money.
You
Fancy
know
Man.
mine is better.
A coat rack or a fancy garden
mobile
center?
coat rack.
I don't enjoy carrying my own bags though.
And bags. Carrying bags.
Which I think was part of young Corbin's idea.
Mm-hmm.
But a living statue, if Mr. Curtis was right, all fancy men must have.
But it's just to look
Living
at. It doesn't do
statues.
anything. It's not. You
No,
know, it's not.
categorically not what I said. Okay. It stands guard. It protects your garden.
I feel like I feel like he's making fun of my. Does he sound like he's making fun of my voice?
It
Corbin?
feels like he's making fun of your
I
voice.
think he's making fun of my
Stand
voice a
guard
little
from
bit.
what? A rattata? No one's getting in that garden. So stand there. You know it.
Well, it's gonna stand there and look cool. Listen. It's a fancy collector Sudowoodo, and you know how all the old fancy people love to look at magazines of Sudowoodos. So you could have one on display. There's nothing fancier than that, fancy man, Dr. Fancy Man, Money Man.
I did just buy a lot of new statues though for my.
He probably doesn't need it then.
And Corbin's
But
right.
are any of them living though, Dr. Fancy
Okay,
Money
but
Man?
Corbin's right. All of the old ladies love them a good
Oh,
Sudowoodo.
yeah. You want some old ladies coming up and
there
talking
you
to
go.
you? Get yourself a Sudowoodo.
I'm going with Corbin on this one.
All
Corbin gets the
right. You get a 0, Mr. Curtis.
Okay, all right. I'm leaving now.
All right. Goodbye,
Man,
fancy
he was
man.
here.
I'll miss you.
He was here for a lot longer than he normally was.
Bye,
Fancy
Fancy
was
Man,
pretty awful.
Dr. Money Fancy Man.
New Paul, do you guys like Fancy Man?
I'm starting to not like him.
You don't
like him?
I think
Yeah,
I'm
Let's-
very hurt by Dr. Fancy Man. I thought we had a special connection.
I think you should get the whole class one lesson.
I could not. Listen, I'm not doing it. That's another guy that comes in.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's
Okay,
not
we
me.
can't see through the fake mustache.
I don't have a mustache.
You have
Mr.
a fake
Fancy Man.
mustache, we can tell.
I'm sorry. Dr. Fancy Man has a mustache. A nice white mustache.
You ain't fooling anybody.
All right. Let's talk about the meat and potatoes of your pitches here. Corbin, both of you had, obviously you had all the stuff that we learned about today. I love that Corbin did include that old people love Sudowoodo, and that is factual. That's in the Pokedex. So that's very good. Corbin, I'm not sure. You said something about how you putting wet clothes on the Sudowoodo.
Well, it could shake it off, but I mean, realistically, it would probably run away from it.
I can't think of anything more torturous than to put something
I was
wet
gonna say
on
that
a
seems
Sudowoodo.
very mean. To
Well,
the Sudowoodo.
outside of the coat is wet, so you put a coat in a coat rack, you put it on the inside, and that way it's going to shake it off for you. You know what I mean? But I hear you.
But it's not going to shake it off though. It is just going to run around, and I'm not sure. I want my coat rack to be by my door.
Right. Okay. Well,
So-
that's fine. So then shake it off before you put it on the coat rack.
So I'm taking 1 point off.
Each little nubbin can fit one coat. Come on, 6 coats.
I mean, it would be a great. Listen, it's a great coat rack. Sure,
It is.
just not for things that are wet.
Sure.
And so
okay.
your
then dry it
bonus.
off. Give me my point back.
You're no, you can't. It's done. You're done.
But see,
off.
what do you wear a coat for? When it's raining.
No, when it's cold, also is when you would wear a coat, Mr. Curtis.
Well, maybe so.
All right, Mr. Curtis, you got full marks. I think yours are very good. No notes. I mean the because you did basically say the same thing of like, oh, you don't want your things to get wet, and I was like, I don't know where he's going with this, but like saying that you put stuff on it that you don't want to get wet when it starts to rain, the Sudowoodo naturally will run to a place where it's not getting wet. So that makes sense. That was pretty good.
Thank you.
So are you, Corbin? I don't see you taking notes here.
No, I'm not. I'm checked out.
He's fully checked out like always. All right, so that's gonna do it for today's lesson on Sudowoodo. I think everybody did an excellent job. Are there any lingering questions on Sudowoodo before we wrap this up?
When can I get zinc back?
Can I please
I said
go get my
I said
hand fixed?
on Pseudo-Wudo.
Yeah,
Corbin.
during the Sudowoodo lesson, which we're still on, so I'm asking a question about zinc.
Okay, no. What was your question, Mr. Curtis?
Can I please go get my hand fixed?
Oh, he does have his hand broken. That's true. I forgot about
It's
that.
pretty painful.
All right, fine, go. Mr. Corbin and I will wrap up the class here.
All right, bye,
I guess you
Oh, my
don't want to
goodness.
be here for the end of class.
Oh no, I can't.
I
can't
guess you don't want to
to
do your funny joke when I ask what the
No.
Pokemon we're learning next week is.
Okay, I'll stick it out for you, Professor.
No, quick ask it, so that he can leave.
All right. Next week we're learning about Polytoad, so make sure everybody comes along and listens to that because it is a part of your grade to be here. So make sure you're here. Doesn't matter what Pokemon we're learning about next week. You gotta be here regardless.
You got to.
That participation grade is very important. But yeah, so that's gonna do it for today. If you have any questions for me, I'm the professor. If you forgot, Professor J-Man, you can send us a Gengar mail at wwopokemon@gmail.com. There's a bunch of other fun stuff in our links like Twitter and TikTok and Instagram accounts. If you can choose your favorite one or all of them, I guess, and follow us on those platforms. Also, if you haven't, we would be very grateful for a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Reviews are great for helping us find more students. But of course, the best thing is word of mouth. Tell your friends or people you
family.
hate. I guess, I don't know. We also have a Patreon. Has a lot of fun stuff on there. Corbin, quick Patreon stuff. Go.
There's a lot of fun stuff. So you get Mr. Curtis's Doodles. You get to join and have full access to the Discord. You get to have some other cool stuff as well, like the Nuzlocke, which we have been doing for a while now, and people seem to really enjoy that. We're doing a Nuzlocke
Doing for a
playthrough.
while. Haven't made it very far.
Haven't made it very far, but it's fun, and that's on Pokemon Emerald. Your name is entered into a raffle for deciding future Pokemon names. So Alex today is one of our patrons. You get to listen to the monthly Q&A, and at the highest tier, you get to send questions through Discord for our monthly Q&A, and you also get to listen to our I almost want to say monthly, but we changed the schedule a little bit. So you get to listen to our bi-weekly every 3. Let's just say monthly. Listen to the monthly outtakes and deleted scenes.
Yeah, no, those are
supercut,
still monthly.
it's still monthly technically.
Yeah, they're monthly.
Yeah, so check those out, guys. All on Patreon. A lot of great stuff. We do our best work there. We appreciate you. Thanks.
All right, that's going to do it for today's lesson. So until next time. Oh, Mr. Curtis passed out.
Oh God. Okay,
He
all
is
right.
all right, let's drag him. Okay, class is
Jesus.
dismissed.
I gotta.
Drag-
I'm not
wait,
picking him
no,
up.
he's coming back to life.
Oh, he's back.
I gotta get back down.
Okay, Portia, play the music if you're not playing it already.
Please.